Every business owner reaches the point where it's time to exit their business. But what I've found is that very few business owners are prepared mentally or physically for what that actually looks like. So I'm going to give you a few things that I wish somebody would have told me when I sold my own businesses. The first one is have a plan for what you're going to do after you sell. So we all know that person who worked hard their whole life for retirement, right? They finally get there and they don't know what to do with themselves. They didn't have a plan. So instead of living the good life in their golden years, they are bored, sitting at home, probably addicted to solitaire on their computer. Don't be that person. Know what your goals are, what you want to do once you leave, and have a plan that's ready to go once you do. It's very important. You don't want to be that person that's sad in retirement. The next thing is you need to plan financially for your exit. So your business is financing your lifestyle. When I sold my most successful business, I was making a lot of money and I was living a lifestyle that reflected that. But when I sold my business, what I thought was that endless mine of gold suddenly shut its doors, handed me a pot of gold and said, there you go, and that was it. I didn't know what to do. I hadn't planned for how I was going to live after I sold my business. So I ended up having to downsize, and it was an emotional strain. It was a struggle. Instead of having that happen to you, find yourself a financial planner, hopefully several years in advance, and figure out what your lifestyle is going to look like after you sell, what it looks like ideally. Set up a plan for how to get there. Start implementing that so once you leave, you're enjoying life. And that leads me into this next one is you need to focus on selling your business as your end game. So one of the things that entails is who's going to buy your business. As business owners, our businesses are our babies. We want to make sure it goes to somebody who ideally is going to do these things the same way we did or treat our business the exact same. But that can honestly be a needle in a haystack because the person who buys your business probably sees potential that you didn't see and they want to change things up, they want to do things differently. That can be a tough pill to swallow, but focus on your end game. You want to exit, and that might mean that you have to change your way of thinking about who's actually buying your business. And the last thing I'll give you today is you need to have a team in place. So your team consists of your CPA, it consists of your lender, it consists of your attorney. Keep in mind, this is a transactional attorney, not your cousin Vinny. And lastly, your business broker who's going to manage all those relationships. During a sale, your job is to make sure that the business runs smoothly and there aren't any surprises once you get into the actual sale. So your job is to do that. You need to leave the rest of it to your team because they're going to make sure your business is looking good, that it's prepared to sell, that it's listed well, and that your transaction goes off seamlessly because you don't want to be worrying about that stress. Leave that to your team, and it needs to be people you trust. Selling your business is not an afterthought. It's the culmination of your legacy. You really need to give it the attention it deserves.